All right. Let's fucking do it.
Yes, listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. Well, Larry is if I'm getting insane. This dude's out of his mind, just dismiss his name. With show on drops, it's time to begin. To talk about church and make fun of them. Let the trash roll over, the world's on fire. We are parody, shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, it won't make you feel like dying. Cause you touch your more children and only you I need. Go from zero to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. It's time for the Dusty Show.
Woo! It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow old.
Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show.
And we never grow old. Fuck yeah! It's time for the Dusty Show. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the world's greatest program. It's me, Dusty. Hell yeah. And might I turn your volume up a little bit? I don't know. Like, there's been some hissing on the show. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. So I don't know if it's my goddamn USB to a computer connector or whatever. But I cut the volume down a little bit so it wouldn't hiss so much. So hopefully it'll be fine. You guys can let me know. We're going to work it out. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. In slightly better mood. People try to piss me off before the show even started. Not today, Satan. I'm going to try not to freak out and yell at anybody today. Apparently some people don't like that. Whatever people don't want me to yell at you. Pussies. Anyway, got a decent show tonight. Going to cover the latest Convoy headed to the border. No, not that Convoy. Not the one that I said got canceled, because that one did get canceled. And now there's a new Convoy, because grifters got a grift, yo. They realized, hey, the first Convoy already got taken over by grifters, so we got to jump in there and get our money, yo. ABG, always being grafted. Got to cover that. Other things, long Palestinian section coming up before the halftime. But as always, please consider super chatting me on the show. Super chats are the lifeblood of the show. No questions dodged. Every question answered. You can buy the chat over here. Boom, there we go, buy the chat. It's behind me. Just trust me, it's there. There it is. Over here, you click that button, and then Fat Dusty pops up, eats whatever you donate, because Fat Dusty's hungry for your money. Helps out the cats, the floating kitties, of which we have 11 in here. So anyway, support the show if you want to. I'm going to read all of them at the halftime and then of the show, so do it to it. Thank you in advance. And now let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. Going to start tonight's show off with some Chud Watch.
Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch.
We talk about shows and we make fun of them. Woo! Hell yeah! And starting us off on tonight's Chud Watch, the fuck we got? Oh yeah, they asked a bunch of dumbfoot MAGA idiots, when was America great? And of course, spoiler alert, slavery. Before the civil rights was so great back then for all the whiteys. Let's have a look.
What does MAGA mean to you then? So make America great again. What does that mean to you?
The America I grew up with. We want it back. We want people to stop censoring us. We want them to stay away from our Second Amendment. We want freedom of religion.
You have that.
So if you're a conservative, if you're a Christian, if you're white, you're male, it doesn't matter what color you are.
So then for always, it's always been like that. No one ever tried to take your guns. You've always had free religion. Christians, you run fucking everything. No one is censoring you. What are you talking about?
We want people to be respected for who they are.
Yeah, you guys are so respectful.
We don't need to have stones of infinity stones because you're black, you're gay, you're trans. We just want everybody to be treated equal.
No, you don't.
And
that's the last thing you fucking want, because people like you wouldn't have shit if you were treated equal just like everybody else. If you were forced to fend for yourself off your merits alone, you're meritless, motherfucker. You lucky as shit, you white.
They're trying to say that we're the party of the racist party.
You are the party of the racist
when
party.
they're the ones actually wanting Jim Crow rules back.
We don't want that.
Well, colleges. They want to have black and white graduations.
Oh, black and white graduations. First off, no, they don't. But, like, who gives a shit?
Separate us.
Where do they want that?
What colleges?
Uh-huh.
Man,
Right.
look. Okay, I don't know. Google it.
I don't know. Just Google it. I don't have to tell you shit. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. I'm an idiot.
Make America great again. What does that mean to you? What's the again?
To me, the again means that we have somewhere safe where we can have those freedoms that we are so lucky to enjoy. There are so many people throughout the world that do not have what we have, and
Right.
it is a blessing.
Okay, you didn't answer the question. When was it not like this?
Why we have people that want to be here, and we will fully encompass all of that greatness again.
When did we last have it, if
When,
it's
bitch?
again?
I feel like we did have that when President Trump was in office. I feel like we can work with what he built on in the first presidency and make it even better.
When he was running in 2016, it was before he'd even been president, but he was still saying, make it great again. Again from when?
Right.
That is a good question.
It is a good question.
I would say if I could guess, it would be, and I
Yes.
think that they're very politically lined up, would be maybe with JFK.
Oh, back in the
And when he was
60s.
president, and
Totally.
what we embodied with
It was
some
great.
optimism and freedoms that we didn't have before, and
Like
trying
what?
to find that.
When was America last great?
4 years ago, or 3 years ago.
He was saying it before he got there. He was saying make it great again. So he didn't think. What did that message mean to you then?
Or I felt President Reagan was an
80s.
excellent president. too.
AIDS.
And
Love
nobody
the AIDS.
between Reagan and Trump.
I am not a Democrat, so
So you had George Bush there, and you had George Bush's son.
he was right, yeah, but I still liked President Reagan.
Make America great again. It's been his mantra since he's run in 2015. What does that mean? What is again? When was America great?
Well, that question right there says everything that I need to know about you. That you
I
don't
dare you ask me a question. A basic question about when I thought America was great.
really think America was ever great at any time. I think America was great. The spirit, the whole purpose
When?
for America was about the American spirit,
When?
coming here and making something for yourself and having the opportunity to do that for yourself, to work hard. And that's what America's all about. So the people that hate America will always say,
Trump literally hates America. I'm about to show you. He literally said he wished he wasn't in America. He was somewhere else because America sucks so bad. All of you hate America. You're America haters. You want to get rid of the Constitution and put Trump as a dictator, right? These fucking people trying to destroy our country call themselves patriots.
well, when was it ever great? It's just not a very good attitude to have, in my opinion.
And when was that lost in your estimation?
I think a lot of it was lost when the Federal Reserve took over the money
was that?
system.
When was that?
We need to
Name
go
it.
back to a gold and silver-backed system
my God.
where currency is it counts.
What does make America great again mean to you?
It means stopping the invasion of our nation by
brown people.
illegal immigration.
Before we had immigrants in this country. You guys remember that? I guess when the Native Americans had it, basically. Before us white immigrants took over, is what this guy's saying. Clearly that's what he's talking about, right? He's not talking about just brown people. He couldn't be that racist, could he?
It means rebuilding our economy that's been destroyed by the Biden administration. And it means making us secure in the world again through our strength in the world that keeps the whole world in check.
What does that mean to you?
More military. That's what we need. Our military's not big enough, people. We need to be more of the world's police. We're the good guys, y'all.
Again, part of that. When was it great to you?
Supposed to have been great in the founding era.
That wasn't. There was slavery back then. All kinds of fucking slavery. Not great.
Then it got changed in the middle 1800s, and I won't go into all the details because that's too long of a story.
They got rid of slavery. I made it short for you.
But that was slavery in the Civil War.
It's a little different than that because
Different.
in the late 1800s, the manipulators bought out all the school publishers, and so they changed the narratives.
Oh, it was no slavery, folks. We were just lied to by these schools.
So that's when America was great then, around that time.
It's supposed to have been great up until, well, maybe up to the time of Andrew Jackson.
And when was it great in your lifetime?
Unfortunately, the cognitive dissonance is such that it actually never really was. I went through fear porn, Vietnam War, duck and cover drills for the, nuclear stuff. So I've never experienced it being really great.
So back to the 1800s.
Even when Trump
for us,
was
I guess.
president.
Even when Trump was president, he was doing a lot to bring it back. I'm grateful when he got inflation down.
He brought inflation down. He put $8 trillion, the most any president has ever done, on the credit card and caused hyperinflation, y'all. Facts, logic, reason does not matter. Just the dumbest fucking shit. Dumbest zombies in the goddamn world. But it's a cult. And they have no shame whatsoever. Here's Tim Scott just lying his ass off.
The Republican Party, the great opportunity party, offers. And Sean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Under President Donald Trump, we brought the lowest unemployment rates to minorities the country's ever seen.
No, it's lower now. It's way fucking lower now. You're a liar.
We created 7 million new jobs.
You lost jobs. Trump left office with millions of less jobs, 2.9 million less jobs than he entered the office with.
To the Republican Party.
They're like, hey, you remember that short period of time where Trump just got president and then Obama's policies were still in place before Trump got in and fucked everything up? And yeah, I mean, immediately it slowed down from the roaring economy Obama gave us, but it was still going along under Obama's policies for a little bit. And then we had record unemployment at the time. And then it fell off the fucking cliff. And now it's much lower under Joe Biden. But don't think about that. Just think about that one short period of time in history. No other time period existed. Just fucking shameless. And speaking of shameless, folks, Trump bragged about it constantly. He even said it before it happened. Hopefully we're going to get 1, 2, 3 Supreme Court picks. And when that happens, automatically, Roe versus Wade is going to be overturned. Said it was going to happen, made it happen, bragged about it happening. So now they're asking Trump supporters, hey, does Trump have any responsibility at all for overturning Roe versus Wade? 0% of them think he has really any responsibility. Guess who is responsible? Democrats, of course. Democrats, we're responsible for it. Make-believe goddamn bizarro universe.
By a show of fingers, who would say former President Trump is at least partially responsible for Roe v. Wade being overturned by the Supreme Court?
Even partially responsible. Anybody.
So none of you would say that he's at least partially responsible for it?
Maybe just a little
Maybe
bit.
just a little bit.
Because of his Supreme Court
Yeah,
nominations.
because of the Supreme Court nominations. Exactly. What the fuck else would have caused it?
Now, Joy,
What?
take that. What is a very, very good question to that. Now, they were twisting themselves into pretzels saying that they still support President Trump, and they were blaming it in part Democrats for the reason why Roe was being overturned. Of course, Democrats who've been pushing for abortion access. Take a listen to that moment.
We nominated the people to the Supreme Court who were more conservative, but we could go back and say that Ruth Bader Ginsburg could have stepped off the Supreme Court earlier and they could have got the liberal judge. But she didn't resign.
It's Democrats' fault.
So there you have it, Joy. They are really pointing to Democrats. Go ahead.
Yeah, Trump. That's what these women think. Trump, no, not responsible at all. Even though he said he was going to do it, he did it. It was Democrats for not retiring. That one lady didn't retire. She's responsible for everything, yo. No responsibility. The same people that continuously tell you, don't blame other people for your problems. Take responsibility for your bullshit. Never do so. Meanwhile, folks, the zombies out there be like,
ladies.
President Trump works for God, and God is all about America. And God has
a favorite country, y'all, and it's us for some reason. Cool.
It's going to save America, but actually,
if we're already God's favorite country, then why would it need to be goddamn saved? Is God slipping? I don't know, God. Seems like you're not quite that all-powerful.
he's using President Trump as one of his tools.
Why the fuck would God, an all-powerful God, need to use anybody for anything? Don't track.
That's why we support President Trump, because he works for God.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, Trump, the least godly person I've ever seen in my fucking life, works for God. And folks, they finally breaking out the big guns. Taylor Swift ain't got nothing on the A-list celebrities like John Voight. Hey, Angelina Jolie's dad. You guys know Angelina Jolie, right? This is her dad. So better in every possible way than Taylor Swift. I don't know how you pronounce that name. I never heard of her. Anyway, let's listen to John Voight compare Donald Trump to Jesus.
There is too much hate
We must never allow it to take over truths.
Oh my God, you are the most hateful motherfuckers ever. You're literally standing for Donald Trump.
He, Trump, has been targeted for his information that can knock down the corrupt swamp.
What?
Trump.
What is it then? He was president for 4 years. Why did he not do it? If he had all this information, what the fuck?
Is the only man that can destroy the negative propaganda that has been sworn into this office. Can he be saved with the American people who believe in God's glory?
Oh my fucking God, yo.
Can we save our nation from the
can't.
dark cloud that has been put upon our live streams?
You are the dark cloud.
Yes.
No.
Because Joshua promised the land of hospitality and his sword of righteousness.
Would you
Fought the battles left and right, the battles of right and wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
And Jesus said that man can rise above darkness.
Fuck Jesus.
That he can be saved with this understanding, this truth. Believe.
I ain't believing.
And he shall finalize the Holy Ghost, the light of God's happiness for all to rise.
You're an adult, dude.
And this truth can open the ways for the gifts to be. Believe.
No, thank you.
That the man that can help this nation, the one man that was ridiculed, destroyed as Jesus, Trump,
oh my God, dude,
can come back and save the American dream for all and make America great with the dignity, with the power
so much dignity
of who she is.
Trump, so dignified.
The land of freedom, God's land, God's glory.
God's glory, y'all.
The USA.
He needs Trump. God's such a fucking pussy ass bitch. He needs doughy orange Trump. God can't fucking do it without his man, Trump. Weak ass God. Powerful Trump.
Much love to you.
Fuck you, John Voight. Go towards the light. And then, in this depressing bowl of shit, Trump pretty much, in my opinion, admitted he has syphilis, y'all. So remember a couple of weeks ago, he came out with his hands with the syphilis all over it, and all the doctor says, that's syphilis, yo. If it wasn't syphilis, Trump would have just said, hey, no, I was doing something. Golf. I wore blisters on my hand. I had paint on my hand. He would have said what it was if it wasn't syphilis. But instead, he decided to lie, folks, and said maybe it's AI. Maybe they just generated it, and we know they didn't fucking generate it. So if he has to lie about it, that pretty much assures it actually was syphilis like everybody was saying it is. See what you think.
Thank you all. We'll see you on the trail, right? My hand?
Yeah, remember what happened the other day?
What was wrong with it?
You didn't see the photos?
No. No? What was wrong with it?
The other one. You want to tell us what happened with the hand?
Nothing. Maybe it's AI. I think nothing. I didn't see that story.
Yeah, sure. I didn't notice these sores all over my hand. Nothing. It was AI. No, it wasn't. If you have to lie about it, pretty clear. You fucking got syphilis all over your hand, dude. Just own it. Admit it. Of course, I know he won't. Nothing matters. And then, folks, speaking of people that hate America, is there anybody that hates America more than Trump?
Oh, it's a phony story. They know it's a phony story. They say he's going to go to jail. These are not Mrs. Lewandowski. You hear that? Can you imagine if that were these kids? Can you imagine look what your husband got me into? I could have been relaxing at Mar-a-Lago or in the south of France, which I would prefer being in this country, frankly. But no, it's a
imagine running for president being like, I wish I was in another country other than this country. This country sucks. Fuck this country. Just good God. They're the Patriots, though. They really love it, don't they? Doesn't matter, though. Can say anything. And then, economy's great, y'all. We just hit record unemployment, record stock market. Even Fox News, and we'll show you some clips, have to admit the economy is fucking roaring along great right now. So they have to have some new boogeyman to scare people with. I guess the trans panic no longer working as well. So it's the border again. Oh my God, the brown people are invading our country, poisoning our blood. Trying to make this the top issue to scare the old people with, trying to get Trump reelected. And here's Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick just being racist as fuck.
In Texas, we believe we are following the Constitution. Article 4, Section 4, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. We have a right to defend American citizens and Texas citizens, and we're going to do it. And we're going to win at the court. We passed Senate Bill 4. I wrote most of that bill along with Governor Abbott, and that bill will be before the Supreme Court that says we have a right to defend ourselves against invasion, because this is an invasion from third world countries.
Well,
they're coming here with health issues. They're uneducated, unemployed.
We hear
and all they do is commit crime on the streets.
We hear.
Yeah! Oh, the brown people! They're just uneducated, disease carrier, rats. All they do is commit crimes, y'all. All the brown people. Literally, just people trying to get away from their shitty countries to make a better life for themselves, their family. 98% of them or more. But no, brownies, be scared. It's the worst thing that ever happened to this country, y'all. It's an invasion. We're being taken over, and they're using the Israeli language. We have the right to defend ourselves. I guess we have the right to murder them. And Mike Johnson, they're trying to kill the border bill. So Biden, who is just a right-wing shithead, has negotiated with the other right-wing shitheads, the conservatives, and they passed, and they didn't pass. They agreed upon this border bill, sort of draconian, gave conservatives everything they want to secure the border for this invasion. But, unfortunately, Donald Trump, de facto president of the Republican Party, doesn't want the country to be better. He wants it to get worse and worse and worse because he thinks if it's worse, then he has a better chance of beating Biden. So they do whatever the fuck he says. So they haven't read the bill. The bill hasn't been released yet, but they're already saying they won't pass it. And they're asking Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, about it. And here he is poo-pooing the idea that he would ever do anything to make the border safer.
Anybody going to be held accountable for not sharing information with you, the leader of the House of Representatives? I mean, with all due respect, it's a little strange to me that you have not been involved in these talks, and you say you have not seen any text on this border deal, which is the crux of our issues in America right now.
It's the biggest crisis that we face. I've been in.
It's the biggest crisis we face, folks. Definitely. I mean, it's not the fact that we're spending billions of dollars to kill thousands, tens of thousands of children in Israel. It's not the fact that we have wealth inequality like the world's never seen. 40,000 Americans a year dying from lack of health care coverage. Youth can't afford houses anymore. Rent double in the last 5 years. None of that, folks. Brown people and the border. That's the most important thing that we're facing right now. So, of course, they're not going to do anything about it. Trump continues to sabotage border deal. They ask him about it, and he's like, hasn't seen it. Hasn't read the bill because it's not out yet, but it's weak. We're never going to let them sign this bill. Why would we?
You can't do a bad deal. The deal they're looking at is terrible. They're going to allow part of the deal. You know, they're not releasing the papers. That's always a bad sign.
And how do you know it's bad if you haven't read it?
Nobody can get a hold of the
So
papers.
they're going to release it Friday night.
Right.
The text is Friday
Why
night.
weren't they releasing it earlier than that? Because it's no good, and it's no good for the Republicans. And frankly, any Republican that signs it should be ashamed of himself or herself. It's 5,000. You don't have to look beyond that because it's a very weak deal.
Right, folks. It's the worst problem we're facing, and we will make sure you get voted out if you do anything about it. If you pass any laws to secure the border, anything, make any effort to help America, we will attack you and vote you out. Trump, literally, I swear, if he got a hold of a suitcase nuke and he set it off in Chicago, they will be like, hey, it's terrible, but he had to do it to make Biden look bad. Biden is the greatest threat to our country. We have to get Biden out regardless of what has to happen. So if Trump has to murder a couple 100,000 people with a nuclear bomb in order to get Biden out, that's the greater good. Literally, they will let him do anything, folks. Nothing matters. Nothing they say matters. They don't actually care about fucking any of this. And they're going to tell you, folks. Here's Representative Troy Niels says backing a Senate border deal would only help Joe Biden's approval ratings, and they're never going to do that.
Why would we do anything right now to help him with that 33%? Do you believe if Joe Biden's approval rating was at 53%, we would even be talking about the border? We wouldn't be talking about the southern border. But he has to do something because he's hemorrhaging. He's bleeding. So what he's going to try to do is try to come up with some border security plan, bipartisan through the Senate, that is nothing but hogwash.
But we'd be a big mistake.
Yeah, why would we help Biden? If his approval rating was higher, we would pass it. But we don't actually care about this. Our goal is to make America as bad as we possibly can during the worst crisis we've ever seen, because gotta get Joe Biden out. We don't care about the American people at all. And conservatives like, yeah, awesome. Fuck this country. Meanwhile, the bravest, boldest among us really standing up for the people. Here's turtle-ass Senator Mitch McConnell.
How do you think how do you think voters would look at Republicans if the GOP were to kill a bipartisan deal that you cut with the White House because of Donald Trump's opposition?
Well, I think I'm going to continue not to comment on the presidential campaign.
God, no comment. It's about the presidential campaign. The fact that we all work for Donald Trump, even though he's not an elected official, and the fact that we are sabotaging the American people on purpose is not something I'm going to comment about, because it's about the election. Just good God. Spineless, weak cowards. That's every goddamn conservative. Every one of you supporting this fucking shit.
Obviously, this is a incredibly challenging political discussion we've been having.
It's not. It's very simple. You negotiated this bill. He gave you everything you wanted to. Fucking sign it.
I still favor trying to make law when you can. And I do.
Then why won't you speak out about it? Why won't you stand up to Trump? Why won't you find your goddamn spine and do something? I already know the answer. Weakness. That's all they fucking have. That's all they fucking are. Meanwhile, it's exactly like this cartoon, folks. U.S. border on fire. Dems trying to put it out. GOP creaking the hose. It's an election year, and Trump wants to blame you and Biden for not extinguishing this inferno. Yep, it's exactly what's going to happen. Let it all fucking burn down and then blame the other guy. They have nothing else, folks. Make things worse and then blame the other person. That's their entire political platform. And you're conservatives. You seem to support it and enjoy it. Meanwhile, another MAGA convoy headed to the border to do fucking nothing. Even Texas doesn't want them there. Nobody wants them there. There's nothing for them to do. All they're going to do is get in the fucking way. But of course, it's not about any of that. What it's about is desperate, weird, creepy, lonely people who just want to find something to belong to. And since there's not a Trump rally this week, they all decided to get together and go down to the border and hang out and I guess obstruct, show their ass. And of course, never missing an opportunity to grift. The grifting leaders jump on board to make a buck or two. Now, like I said earlier, this is a different convoy than the other convoy. The God's Army convoy pretty much already deteriorated after they were grifted and conned out of $50,000. So this is a new group of con people who've decided to get a convoy to go down the border, fronted by Sarah Palin. And I guess they're reeling this week from Tay-Tay Swift, so they broke out the big guns, folks. Here's the major entertainment they had at their latest convoy rally. Woo! Exciting! Look at all the old white people riveted. Just one black guy. And oh, it's not sold out. Look how boring that shit looks. That's how pathetic, lonely losers they are. They will send this fucking boring shit just to have people that they feel some camaraderie with. I almost feel sorry for them if they were the worst among us. Just lame. So lame. And just when you think it can't get any worse, folks, here's the type of entertainment that is headlining the new MAGA convoy.
An old man was sitting there. And I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, feller, your old courthouse is mighty run down." And he said, "Well, yeah, but it'll do for our little town." I said, "Yes, sir, but your old flagpole so is a leaning a bit. And that, sir, why, that's the raggiest old flag you got hanging on it." And he said, "Honey, I think you need to have a seat." So I sat down.
Oh, hat comes off, y'all. It's going to get real.
Honey?
Honey?
I reckon this here's the first time you've been to our little town. You see? And
what the fuck is happening? God damn it. Dregs of fucking humanity. But anything to find somewhere they belong. This is what they decided upon. And then Sarah Palin Never misses an opportunity to grift. Her skin is pulled back so tight, she looking like fucking Joe Biden. Just grow old, people. Don't do this to yourself anyway.
Everybody's having gymnastics. Bikers, are you riding a bike?
Taylor Swift.
Well, you're going to be right out front.
Let's skip ahead.
That now, more than ever, it's required of us to stand up and fight for what's right. Because it's unconscionable, it's treasonous what our own federal government is doing to us.
What are they doing to you?
In actually sanctioning an invasion of
Clearly not. They are trying to pass a draconian bill to shut the whole fucking border down, and you guys refuse to sign it because you want this to happen, you lying cunt.
Invasion of our country across that border. I know that you guys know that, and I just want to speak on behalf of, well, every state now is a border state. Every state is affected. So for you all to be jumping in the arena, knowing that, like I say, now more than ever, we have to stand tall, we have to stand up and fight for what is right. Every violation of our charters of liberty that's going on right now, Article 1, Article 4, different clauses in
Article
our charters
6,
of liberty.
Article 9, 23, numbers. Shoulda got numbers, just ridiculous. But ABG always be grifting. God damn it, I almost admire them at this point. Gonna make that cheddar. And not everybody's happy about it. This woman apparently, I believe she's talking about the first grift convoy that got shut down after the guy stole all the money from it. And another incredibly emotionally secure Trump supporter.
To the Christians, do not be deceived. Stop thinking that everybody who waves a flag and shouts freedom is your friend and a good person, because we have people like this trying to join up in the movements. I found this out the hard way. I found it out the hard way. That not everybody is in things for the same reasons you are. I was in the People's Convoy, and what a fucking disappointment that ended up being. What a disappointment to find out that these people that you were with, they weren't like you. They didn't care about the country.
None of you do.
They were a bunch of grifting motherfucking live streamers.
Yeah, no shit.
That wanted to make money.
Welcome to MAGA.
Off of the people in America who were hardworking and sending their money, little old ladies.
Yeah, they're being grifted.
Old men.
All of you.
People
You're idiots.
who had to wait for their paychecks so they could give a little bit of money to help people drive around and shout freedom and fight for freedom.
They ain't helping nothing. That doesn't help.
And to find out that it was really for nothing.
It's all for nothing.
To find out that the people involved, a lot of the people involved that are involved in this convoy right here were really bad people.
Shocker. Who could have seen
They
it
were
coming?
bad people.
Get out.
Who did not care about the causes that they joined. They used them for their own
Dying of shock over
profit. How sad is that? When there's
not, it's
people
hilarious.
who really fucking care.
here. You don't, though. You're too stupid to even know what the fuck's
There's
going
people
on.
who really sacrifice
Nobody
for
is.
the causes.
No, they didn't.
They sacrifice for the causes. For real. It's in their hearts. And these kinds of motherfuckers come and attach themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's MAGA for you. Learn to goddamn love it. If you haven't learned this autograph by now, you're never going to. Fucking moonbat. And then, I actually agree with James Carville, Snakehead here, giving the idiots who are against Taylor Swift the business.
Well, I bet on the Ravens. I wish she would have broken up with him before the game. The guy killed me. They had like 11 receptions. This now the other thing I saw before I came in here, they're claiming that she and the Trump's bufonic attorney, Lina, whatever her name is, that she's also a deep state plant. I don't know, but apparently this Kelsey is a really good football player, and apparently Miss Swift makes him a better one.
If you're Donald Trump or part of the far right, and you're having trouble with women voters, is there a worse strategy than attacking Taylor Swift?
You know, I don't think there's anything strategic about this. I think most of these people are sexually inadequate, and they go for all this crazy stuff. And I don't think, and there's nothing strategic about something that stupid. It's just real stupidity to believe something like that. And
it's the anti-woke mind virus. Their minds have literally been infected by this Elon Musk bullshit, and it's broken their brains. They're zombies. They cannot think of anything else. They're so obsessed with it.
She seems to me, I'm not very familiar with her generation. She seems like a really nice person, kind of well raised, and you know, gives the people at work for like $100,000 bonuses. What's there not to like about Miss Swift? I have no idea. I don't get the memo.
She's a Democrat.
It'll blow up in their face.
If all this stuff hadn't blown up yet, I don't know if their face is blown upable, but it's massively entertaining to watch people this stupid go public. I can't, honestly, John, I can't get enough of it.
Get the popcorn.
Come on, you can't be that.
I love it. Going after Tay-Tay. Holy shit. Talk about biting off more than you can chew. Gotta love it. Meanwhile, apparently the economy is good. According to some people, like if you consider high stock markets and low unemployment good, I guess it's pretty good under Butcher Biden. So Fox Business, they're supposed to be talking about business and the economy all day. That's supposed to be what the network's about, but all they do is fearmonger shit on Joe Biden, how the economy is going to collapse. It's all over. It's horrible all day long. That's all they fucking do. But it turns out it didn't collapse. It wasn't bad. So here is Kudlow, who's pretty much in charge of this shit show, pretending like he was wrong all along, but he wasn't wrong. He just didn't give a shit. His job is to lie. He was lying on purpose. And instead of admitting that he lies on purpose because he gets paid to do that, he has to pretend that he was just wrong about it all.
I was kind of enjoying.
Who else am I going to talk to about the economy?
My mea culpa, I was wrong about the slowdown in the recession. So was the entire
I don't think you were wrong.
forecasting fraternity. Well, the Fed, everyone was wrong. Okay.
I don't think you were wrong. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't wrong. He was just lying. And then it's so hilarious to watch him have to admit the economy's good. It's almost like he's doing it against his will, like a hostage, having to tell the truth. And the way he puts it is hilarious. They want America to fail so bad that when good news comes out for America, they're like, it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess we have to admit it's good. You know, it is what it is, folks. About something good for America. This is how much they actually hate this country.
We had a blowout jobs report, more than twice the consensus expectation. Now, I know many of my conservative friends are trying to drill holes in this report. But you know what, folks? It is what it is. It's a very strong report.
It is what it is.
Not every economic stat should be viewed through a political lens.
Literally, that's your job.
I've been in this business a very long time. And
That's all
sometimes
you've
you
ever
just
done.
have to throw away the ballot box and just recognize the numbers. They are what they are. This was a very strong report. 353,000 gain in non-farm payrolls, a very big number. Prior 2 months, revised up by 126,000, another big number. And the bottom line here is more Americans are working. And that is a good thing, no matter what your
Tell it to
party
your face
registration
and your
is.
voice.
Also a good thing. Worker wages continue to improve. Average hourly earnings for production workers, a.k.a. middle-class, blue-collar folks, they're up 4.8% over the past 12 months. And you know what? Their rate of productivity, that is output per hour, a very important economic efficiency and growth indicator. Well, productivity rose 2.7% last year. That's a good number. So the workforce is earning its pay hike. Plus, over the past 3 months, inflation-adjusted real wages increased by 4.5%. So typical working families got a nice real wage boost for a change.
They hate it, folks. Oh, my God. Do not want to report this, but you got to. That's sort of your job. Fucking love it. And then, this is part of their attitude, though, folks. These people, they call themselves patriots. They want the country to fail because all they care about is Donald Trump. Bet you Taylor Swift is behind this. 350,000 jobs added. Yep. Probably. She is like an economy unto herself. But you know they sad because whatever's good for America is bad for MAGA. Literally trying to destroy this country. Meanwhile, Ron DeSantis' best friend and former leader of the Republican Party in Florida, Christian Ziegler, told his wife to hunt for sex partners. These are the anti-gay, pro-family people. Of course, all they do is hide behind religion. Use it as a weapon to beat everybody else on the head with. Why, they are hypocrites. But they get rewarded for it or reach the highest levels of government. Worth about $100 million probably, so, Meanwhile, in Florida, Ron DeSantis, party of small government, going to shut down lab-grown meat. Why? Who knows? You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. It's not hurting anybody. It's not harmful to people. But I guess if animals aren't suffering cruelly, can't have fucking that. Got to step in and nip that shit in the bud.
Culture. How they do. They blame agriculture for global warming. I know the legislature's doing a bill to try to protect our meat. You need meat, okay? And we're going to have meat in Florida.
Okay,
like we're
nobody's
not going
trying to take your meat. Having an alternative to meat, something to add on to it, is not taking your meat away. It's giving you more options, which is better.
We're going to have fake meat. Like that doesn't work. So we're going to make sure to do it right. But there's a whole ideological agenda that's coming after I think a lot of important parts of our society. And like Florida, obviously we have a lot of agriculture. Florida also relies on reliable energy to power our electric grid, particularly in the face of natural disasters. When Hurricane Ian came through, we got the lights back on because we had access to reliable energy.
All right, cool. We've never produced more oil than we are right now in this country. Just got to regress us. We can't progress in any way whatsoever. We have to stay exactly the same way as we've always been for 1,000 years. Any progress is verboten for Republicans. Got to be in the dark ages at all goddamn times. That's all they have, folks. They have nothing that helps society, nothing that progresses mankind. Just set us back, set us back, set us back. Meanwhile, this kind of dipshits we're dealing with here, folks. These high school kids try to advocate for gun control, go up and talk to this representative. Lucas, a Republican from Seymour, and he shows them his gun, flashes his gun in front of them. The only reason he did this was to try to upset them. These kids who are scared of guns. Because that's what they are. They're terrorists. They want to frighten you. They want to upset you. They want to make you mad because they have nothing else. They just want to harm people. That's all they have. Creepy fucks. Meanwhile, just as racist as they possibly can be. Like I said, folks, there's once a time period they try to hide their racism a little bit. But now they realize they don't have to do that anymore. They can actually make more money the more racist they are. There is no penalty for being racist. So why fucking not? Case in point, here's a jack piece of shit bit on Charlie Kirk's show, explaining how when you see a white man in a job, you automatically know that the only reason that white man is there is because he's more qualified than anybody, because of meritocracy. No white person ever gets a job based on anything other than meritocracy, even though we live in a white supremacist society where both nepotism and white supremacy is responsible for a giant amount of the white people who have ruled us, who have taken the top positions across the corporate landscape. We know this is fucking true. We know that they've done studies that show if you have a black sounding name, you have to put out 50% more resumes to get the same amount of callbacks. We are a very tribal society, and othering people is built into us innately. And race is a very easy way to other people. Hey, that guy's white, that guy's black, that guy's part of my tribe, that guy's not part of my tribe. I'm going to give that guy, who I feel more akin to, the job. You don't even have to do it consciously. These unconscious biases happen all the time. That is what's primarily responsible for our white supremacist power structure that has been set in place in this country, right? People who don't think they're racist, a lot of times not even doing it consciously. So all these white people getting the jobs is not because of meritocracy. A lot of it is because of not just the opportunities they've had because of the whiteness that they inherited from their parents, but also because of white supremacy. But no, it's because of meritocracy, folks. No white person gets a job unless they're the most qualified in this bizarre world in which these racists live.
And so the natural reaction you have, if you have a brain, is, well, if they're getting hired based on race, then they're not getting hired based on ability.
No, they're all qualified. But if you have a pool of applicants all equally qualified, yes, you might want to give a hand up to people who have been historically marginally oppressed, right? Right? Marginalized and oppressed, right?
And if they're preferring one race, that race will need less ability. So if I have them in a job, they will have a higher likelihood of not being qualified for it.
And and the inverse is
basic
also
logical
true
reasoning.
Right. The inverse is also true then. If you see a white male, like I was saying, with a guy like the name of John Smith, or Andrew or Chad or Charlie or Blake or Tyler, right? Then the only way that person could have got there is through extreme merit.
And so
that's right, folks. The only way white men have ever gotten jobs in this country is because of extreme merit. Not nepotism, not because of your daddy was, not because of your skin color, because people have othered you and put you in their in group. Nope. You're the most qualified. That's the only logical conclusion if you're a fucking piece of shit racist. And that is my John Watch. Hell yeah. What you guys think about that? No logic to that reasoning. Psh, you're not racist enough to understand the logic. Preach, Dusty. I will. That's what I do. The whites are not okay. I am not white. I do not associate with whites anymore. I am beige. Even though I am clearly the whitest human that's ever fucking lived. Readouts! What's up, Context? Welcome to your first live show. I have not yet heard anybody yet, so that's good. I'm doing way better than the last show. I've seen so many white guys fail their way to the top. Donald Trump! I mean, it happens over and over again, right? More of the rule than the exception at this point. That was a long one. That's what she said. Haha, it was. That was a 45-minute Chud Watch. And we still got plenty of show left. Before halftime, we're going to do a decent-sized Free Palestine section. So let's go ahead and jump into that. I think we can all agree. Get your fist up. I didn't click on it. Goddammit. Free Palestine! Hell yeah. Power fist. So first off tonight's Free Palestine. Apparently they did a poll in Israel and 60% of the populace is against aid to Gaza. 60% of Israeli Jews oppose humanitarian aid. 60% of these insane psychopaths want to starve fucking children. In this nation of Jewish supremacists who are every bit as evil as white supremacists, who believe that they are God's chosen people, who believe they're above the rest of us, who believe they're above the rats and animals that they see in the Palestinian people, are completely fine with the genocide, completely fine with ethnic cleansing, completely fine of the murder and starvation of millions of children, folks. On our dime. And another horrible list, folks. This is 7 minutes long, folks. 7 minutes. A list of the names we know from the more than 11,500 Palestinian children killed during the Israeli continuing war on Gaza. The first 34 seconds, folks, is just newborn babies. Look, 0 years old. The first 34 seconds is a scrolling of all the babies the terrorist IDF have murdered, folks. On our dime. We paid for it. I paid for it. I'm about to pay a bunch of taxes for this year, folks. This is what Joe Biden's making us. We're still going. Here's all the babies Joe Biden made us murder, folks. We're not even getting to the children yet. Here's just the fucking newborn babies Joe Biden has forced us by penalty of prison to murder. Now we're getting to the 1-year-olds. Finally getting to the 1-year-olds in 34 seconds, folks. It's 7 minutes of children. There has never been a war in history where 80% of the country has been decimated, 100% of the population displaced, and 50% of the deaths children. Never been a conflict like this before, folks. And these motherfuckers want to tell me Joe Biden has no responsibility. Joe Biden can do nothing about this. Joe Biden, who went around Congress to send more weapons without any oversight to Israel. Joe Biden, who after tens of thousands and thousands and thousands of children were murdered, responded by sending bigger bombs. Joe Biden, who every time the UN tries to hold them accountable, vetoes it. Joe Biden, who every time they ask if he's going to do something, responds with Israel has a right to defend themselves. Want to shit in my fucking face and tell me it's pumpkin pie. Hate. I hate you. I hate you. Meanwhile, they're trying to do girl power with it, folks. Genocide with the side of girl power. Yay, feminism. Here's Hillel Ford posting this shit like we give a fuck. Take off your mask. Yeah, you're a bunch of cunts. You're a bunch of murderous fucking cunts. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, terrorists can be women too. I guess that's your fucking point. And all of you ugly wouldn't fuck you with Trump's dick. Fucking terrorist cunts. Meanwhile, they're still trying to play it up. Look how cool they are with their rifles. Badass IDF women versus terrorists. How is this guy a terrorist? This is just a guy holding up his green ID, which Israel requires all Gazans to carry. It's the most restrictive ID color in their apartheid scheme and essentially bars travel. They also use to claim not to be Gaza's occupying power. Just every one of them, every Palestinian is just a terrorist. Guy not resisting, nothing's happening. But we're supposed to, I guess, celebrate this cunt who's oppressing these people, who we know nothing fucking about, I guess because they're brown and she's a woman. I guess that's the fucking point here. Just the worst at propaganda I've ever fucking seen. I can't believe how bad they are at this. And here stood the main gate of Al-Aqsa University, the largest campus in the Gaza Strip and the most economically accessible for students. Destroy the whole fucking thing. Want to make sure they can't have any education. They have no future. Killing them is not enough. Destroying their infrastructure is not enough. Starving them is not enough. They have to steal their fucking future. And yes, Western academia, stay silent, because if you dare speak out against any of this in America, you'll get fired from your job. Because we are the evil sacks of shit. We are the Nazi enablers funding the new fucking Nazis, the Israeli government. Backed up by the terrorist, bloodthirsty Israeli citizens. And if there's one thing I can do with my platform, I want to humanize the Palestinian people as much as I possibly can. So let me play, without telling you how it ends, let me just play this video. Here's a video documenting moments of anticipation when a family in Gaza was waiting for the high school exam results of their daughter last July. A normal family, folks. A normal, loving family. Waiting to celebrate their daughter's achievement. Yep, she's back. She got in, folks. She got in. She did it. They're proud. They're proud of their kid. They love their kid. They love their children. They're just trying to live their fucking lives. And yes, if you read ahead, they're all dead. Every one of this family's dead now. They murdered every single one of these people, folks. And they made you and me pay for it. Joe Biden made you and me pay for these people's deaths. Look at them. Look at these real people, these real human beings just like you and me, who love their kids just like you do, who love their parents just like you do, who are families just like you have. They forced us to murder them, folks. Meanwhile, Jewish supremacy running wild. Here's how they feel about us, folks. Not all of them, folks, just like apparently 60% of them. You want to talk about the Palestinian children raised to hate Jews? So many of these Jewish supremacists raised to believe they're God's chosen people, that we are their slaves. Here they are. I am the master. You are a slave. Jewish supremacist you said to an Arab truck driver. As evil as any white supremacist movement. Exactly the fucking same. Supremacy in all of its forms. Identical. Yet Joe Biden want to speak out against it in America and fund the worst of it in Israel. See if you can tell the difference here. Nazism, and here's Zionism. This reminds me of those pictures we used to see when the first little black girl went to school and all the white people shit on her, harassed her, threatened her. It's exactly what it reminds me of. This is how they're raised, folks. A great deal of these Jewish supremacists. And stop calling them Nazis, folks. They're not Nazis, even though they're doing exactly the same kind of propaganda. Here's Dr. Eli David. We are winning, says the rats. This looks very familiar. I see all the dead children in the background. And you know what? The Palestinians may not be winning this war, but Israel, you're not winning this war either. This whole thing is setting Israel back decades. Because after the old motherfuckers like Joe Biden finally die off for good, and hopefully sooner rather than goddamn later, there's a whole nother generation who now sees you for exactly what you are, Nazi terrorists. Child murdering, ethnic cleansing, Nazi terrorists. And you don't think Generation Z, Generation Alpha, the millennials are going to be in power next? You think they're going to bow down like the old fucks have done? You got another goddamn thing coming. The time of us being your slaves is coming to a fucking end, and you are making sure it happens. So yeah, here's we are winning. They're rats, aren't they? Exactly the same that the Nazis put out as justification to murder Jews. Little swastika in the back of rats. It's exactly what they did. Dehumanize them in order to make it more acceptable to genocide them. I guess you learned well, didn't you? Meanwhile, every country, all the first world countries, even the liberal ones, Nazi supporters, white supremacists, or Jewish supremacists, I guess in this case, fucking Nazis as shit. Here's the NDP minister. That's some bullshit Canadian government position. Here's her take on the Palestinian conflict.
We have a whole generation, and we know from the data that it's 18 to 34-year-olds that have no idea about the Holocaust. They don't even think it happened.
We know about the Holocaust. We think it happened. Quit bringing that fucking shit up to justify your own Holocaust. Just because your people, your grandparents, not even you, but your grandparents and their grandparents went through it, doesn't mean you have the right to do it yourself, you fucking cunts.
They don't even understand that Israel was offered to the Jews who were displaced.
Yeah, they don't even understand that Britain, who was colonizing the whole fucking planet, a nation of white folks, just gave the Palestinians land to a bunch of Europeans. They don't understand how awesome that was. Why aren't they happy that colonizing white Britain gave their land away to these Europeans? They should be happy that they've been colonized. The fuck you talking about?
So they have no connection to how it started. They don't understand that it was a crappy piece of land with nothing on it. There were, several 100,000 people.
It was a crappy, nothing on it. Yeah, there were people on it. There were Palestinians, but they were crappy Palestinians. They were so stupid, primitive assholes. They didn't deserve that land. They were lucky to have the Jews come in and rule them, put their boots on their neck, ethnically cleanse them. Why aren't you worshiping the Jews that did this to you, stupid Palestinians?
But other than that, it didn't produce an economy. It couldn't grow things. It didn't have anything on it. And that it was the folks who were displaced that came, and the people who had been living there for generations, and together they worked hard, and they had their own battles, right? We know
finally the Jews came in, fixed everything, y'all. That's why it's the paradise that we now all know it as.
History. We have a whole generation, and we know.
Just goddamn it, Canada. So fucking disappointing. I used to think Canada was progressive, but nope. Nazi fucks. Yeah, that's from Canada. Meanwhile, like, it's amazing how much these Jewish people have set themselves back, their culture back, the way we view them. Like, I used to think of, like, when I think of Jews, I used to think, oh my God, that's a very smart people. They're great writers, great entertainers. They're writing so many of our Hollywood blockbusters. They're performing amazingly, you know? And now, I wonder why I ever thought that. I wonder if I was just full of shit, because they are so lame. I agree with Inyana. I really wonder how this will be viewed in 10 years. It's gross as fuck right now, but in a decade or two, it will hopefully be seen really unbelievable that anyone in the world accepted this level of callousness. Look how unfunny this is. So here is a Jewish skit to make fun of Palestinian people.
From the chicken to the fish, the kitchen will be clean, okay?
Okay.
Salam alaikum. Nice to meet you. My name is Muhammad, obviously, and I am the social media manager of Hamas. Welcome to our office. Let's go. Every morning we start in the roulette room. Amir, how many people died yesterday?
43,000.
We're killing them all and then we're lying about it. It's hilarious. We are the murderers and we're accusing them of being the murderers. It's awesome, y'all.
154.
Great. Nobody checks us. Sounds reliable. Post it. Do you want something to drink? There you go. In the past, there was Harlem Shake, Ice Bucket Challenge, Bottle Flip. But today the trend is to shout, Free Palestine. Hello, sweeties. What meaningless words did you learn today without knowing a bit of history?
Zionist propaganda.
Okay.
Genocide denier.
Wow, amazing. Now we organize a rooftop party for you, Gaza style.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Go.
You're the best. Free Palestine.
Yeah. Free Palestine, free Britney. All the world's a stage. William Abu Shakespeare. And this brings us to the theater and drama room. Come. This is Gigi. This is Bella. Today they are filming a new video. Action. More. Cry more. Your baby is hurt. Oscott.
Shut up. You know nothing about Canada, N.O. You can't even spell a 4-letter word, dude. Anyway. Horrific writing, horrific acting. Everything about that was bad. You should feel bad about it. But I know apparently you people don't have shame. So I guess I'm hoping for too much. Meanwhile, a perfect microcosm for how Zionism operates. Watch this pro-Israel Zionist try to pretend to be the victim as he encounters a Palestinian flag.
Dude, don't hit me with your fucking flag. False accusations.
God,
Hit
so
me with
lame. Look at this.
Dude, don't hit me with your fucking flag. False accusations.
No shame whatsoever. Holy God,
Dude,
no shame.
don't hit me with your fucking flag. False accusations. Hit me with that.
Good God, dude. You guys are making yourself look so bad. Crazy how bad you are at this. Meanwhile, snowflakes offended by fucking everything, folks. This woman sitting in a Starbucks with a Free Palestine sticker on her laptop. And this guy decides it's his right to harass her, try to get her kicked out, because he doesn't like the way she expresses her free speech.
There's a sign that says it's going on. She's allowed to have that wherever she likes. I know. She didn't ask me about it. You know, but if you have a sign, I want
It doesn't say.
It literally says Free Palestine. That's all it says. She has a sign that says, I want to stone you. Just good God.
It doesn't say that. It does not say that. I want my people to be free. I want my people to be free.
I'm calling the police. There's no need.
I'm calling the police.
I'm calling the police right now. With me, I'm calling. Unfortunately, she can do that. She cannot do that. I'm calling the police right now. She can do that outside. No, I'm not doing that outside. I'm calling the police. What they're going to ask you to leave my store.
Why are you calling the police? What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
I don't want to be recorded and broadcast.
You're harassing me, so I can tell the police you're harassing me.
Weak bitch.
You're harassing me.
Who's harassing who?
Coward.
I don't have any issues with you. I'm just asking you some questions that are...
You're harassing me. You're not asking questions, you're harassing me.
Did she ask?
Fucking what the hell? Come on, motherfucker. God damn it. I guess Twitter gonna suck. Come on, Twitter, work it out. Work it out. Fucking Elon Musk. Your shit sucks, dude. Come on, it's not gonna work, I guess. This motherfucking bullshit. What is going on, Twitter? Look at this bullshit. Twitter lagging all over the fucking place. Come on, one more time. Let's finish this. We're almost done. Okay, well, fuck that, I guess. Not gonna work. Whatever. We tried. And then, why is my shit? My shit's getting real slow for some reason. Maybe it's just my shit. What the fuck is happening here? Weird. All right. Hopefully this is actually going to work. My computer seems real slow all of a sudden. So, meanwhile, this is a GOP representative saying killed babies in Gaza are not innocent. This is Representative Brian Mast from Florida, a guy who, for some reason, goes around wearing an IDF uniform because their loyalty lies with Israel, not America. Here he is meeting with some pro-Palestinian protesters. Watch what he says here, folks.
You're heartless. You are heartless.
You can say
Do you
that.
realize how heartless you are?
It'd be better if you kill all the terrorists and kill everyone in their supporters.
It's not a solution.
Oh, it's a great solution.
You haven't seen the pictures of all the babies being killed?
These are not innocent Palestinian civilians across the world. When you're looking at the 500,000 people starving to death, are people that should go out there and put a government in place.
Yes, all the children starved to death should go out there and put a government in place, y'all. It's their own fault that we're starving them to death. This is an American politician, y'all.
That doesn't go out there and attack Israel.
They get off on being evil because they get rewarded for it.
Kids or 7-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 9-year-olds?
They destroyed more infrastructure in Gaza than they did in Dresden. So that is like government.
And there's more infrastructure that needs to be
destroyed more of Gaza than what happened in Dresden.
Giddily evil. The Christians are giddily evil, folks. Just a hellhole is what this country's become.
There's more that needs to be destroyed, and there will be more that gets destroyed.
I know.
You want to see them starve to death. UNRWA is what's keeping them alive.
I do want to make sure that we don't give $1, 1 penny to UNRWA, and that it actually be totally abolished.
Yeah, let's get rid of any kind of aid that goes to Gaza. Murder them all, kill all the babies, folks. We are a Nazi country.
Why? They were set up in 1948 to serve the refugees of Palestine. That's what they were created for. The UN created it because they were displaced from where they lived.
And the United Nations was moronic for creating UNRWA.
You are heartless. Do you realize how heartless you are? These children
He doesn't
are
care. The cruelty is the point. By being cruel, he sends a signal to all the other bottom feeders, all the other evil people, and they will send him money. They will reward him for it. This is what we are as a country.
being slaughtered, and now you want to take away the last bit of food and water and supplies, any medicine. Do you want to take the last bit they have? That money
I'll
is
make
for.
sure your tax dollars don't go to UNRWA. I'll do everything that I can to make sure they don't go.
Just putting it in their face, gleefully, laughing at them because they don't want children to be killed. This is Christianity for you, folks. Meanwhile, you guys remember a month ago or so, I covered this lady. Abigail has moved from China to Israel to join the IDF. Now she's kicking Hamas' ass in Gaza. Yeah, she was over in China and she was like, you know what I want to do? I want to murder people I don't know anything about. People I have no beef with. I want to murder children, innocent children. I just want to murder the shit out of them. So I'm going to go join the IDF. I'm going to become a terrorist. Let's check in and see how that's going for her. Oh, apparently she got raped by the IDF. Yeah. An Israeli soldier of Chinese origin, Abigail Weinberg, was raped in Gaza by her colleagues. The Zionist army is investigating a number of its officers and soldiers after the number reached 13 cases of rape against female soldiers during the war on Gaza. It is shameful that they are accusing Palestinian resistance of fighters of raping Israeli women. I mean, you're Chinese. They don't really see you as one of them, right? You're not one of God's special chosen people in their Jewish supremacy narrative. So I don't know what you were expecting. Terrible. Fucking awful. Meanwhile, does Israel have some weird superpower that makes leaders and celebrities do this? Am I missing something here? Their superpower is they buy them all, for one. And every one of our politicians are nothing but panderers. Spineless weasels who will suck that Israel ass every chance they get. Over here touching this dirty ass fucking stupid wall like they're doing something meaningful. I teach the world. This fucking crumbly stupid ass shit. This is like something primitive cavemen would be doing. Fucking cunt Hillary Clinton. Fuck you. Fucking child murderer Joe Biden. Fucking Cotton Hill. Who else we got? The fuck even is that? Oh, here's Baldy McBaldhead. Fucking evil ass child raping Pope. All of them. Here's Justin Bieber. Fuck you, Justin Bieber. Everybody go and touch that stupid fucking wall. Close your eyes. It's real meaningful. None of that means shit. You're all fucking morons. None of you actually care about any of that anyway. You're just pandering. The worst fucking among us all doing it. Every one of our world leaders, spineless. Israeli cucks. Worthless. Evil. Whatever they can do to signal their fealty to Israel. Every one of them, folks. And there's like another minute of this, but fuck that. Yeah, piss on it. Meanwhile, Joe Biden finally, Genocide Joe, Butcher Biden, hitting them hard. 33,000 people have been murdered, 64,000 injured, 2 million displaced. Joe Biden ordered sanction on 4 Israelis, y'all. He did it. That'll show them. They definitely gonna stop killing people now. Literally all that's gonna happen is you just made heroes of these 4 Israelis in Israel. But trying so hard to pretend like he's doing something. This is what they throw us, folks. This is not even crumbs. This is not even specks. This is nothing. This is insulting from this child murdering sack of shit. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Israel. And that is my Free Palestine section. And folks, I got a patron. If you want to become a patron, this is nothing. Become a patron, please. Exclusive content. Every single day, I do a show called The After Party. It's available for all of my patrons, so be sure to join my Patreon. As low as $1 a month, but whatever you can afford, I would appreciate it in advance. Please help out if you can. And now let's read the super chats. Is this guy drunk? You mean me? I fucking wish. Had anything to drink in over a month. It sucks. Some jerk $2. Let's get this party started. Dusty Halfstash. 24. Hell yeah. Thank you, some jerk. Appreciate you. Tim Newbury. $20. Awesome. You rock, Tim. Rebecca Poise. $30. Gonna have to catch up with the show. And the last one, looking forward to binging. Hell yeah. Plenty of programming for you guys. I do like 7 hours a week at least. So thank you for supporting it. It means a lot, Rebecca. Jason Ashby getting 5 Club Plus memberships. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. All of you guys. Better be at the after party. Even you trolls. You can come at the after party if somebody gives you a free membership. Be sure to join us at the after party. Maybe you'll learn something. $20 for Brian Paul. Able to give a bit of money again tonight. Been having a hard time doing so of late, but here's about $20. Hope Miss Cece is doing better. She is. We got her this cone of shame we made for her specifically, but she's doing way better. And I appreciate you guys for helping me get her some vet care. Thank you, Brian. Love from North Dakota. Right back to you, don't you know? Rocks with SMN, $5. Shout out to Spike, my Chihuahua road dog, who went over the Rainbow Bridge today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hug the kitties and pups died. I will. I know it's hard. It's like losing a kid. I'm sorry to hear that, Rocks. And we're all in this together. Thanks for joining me. And BBC, very generous as always. My personal superhero, BBC. Happy birthday to Jenny Rue. What up, Jenny? Happy birthday to you. Love you. Party on, young lady. Anywho, here's some cash for the kitties, puppies, and a little something for Kitty Daddy Dusty. Woohoo! Woo-hoo. I love all of you guys to pieces. Guys are not real. Lot was that drunk. Logic, fuck yeah. Say, Logic to you, BBC. When you coming back through, man? I want to hang out again. That was fun. Had a good time. Thank you for generosity. It always means a lot. Isaiah Taylor, $5. Going up against Taylor Swift is like Saddam thinking he could take on the U.S. during the 1991 Gulf War and expect to come out victorious. Even worse than that. I get my money over the United States government for Taylor Swift any day. Maggots to TikTok, $5. Dusty, you inspired me to start a new channel or a few channels to help spread the truth and combat MAGA BS. We are trying to make America informed again. Hey, do it to it. We need all the help we can get out there. Good luck, Maggots of TikTok. Jenny Rue, what up, Jenny? It's my birthday tomorrow. I'll be 53. Please sing happy birthday to me like Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Happy birthday to you. Nailed it. Sounded just like her. It's like she was in the room. Happy birthday, Jenny. John Bliss, what up, John? Here are a few bucks towards pizza. Hell yeah. Or the middle of your choice. Appreciate you so much, Dutch. I appreciate you, John Bliss. Have a blissful weekend out there, buddy. Floyd Fluff and stuff, $10. I won a little bit on the scratcher tonight, so here's some of it. Hell yeah. I'll take all your scratcher money. Congratulations, Floyd Fluff and stuff. Dower Panda, 5. Got the 5. And Jason Ashby, also 5. Cut those memberships. Big love to Dower Panda and Jason Ashby for their amazing socialism. You guys rock. Gina Harry Carville has been killing it lately. I can't believe I'm recommending the bunnies on my Dusty Peeps. Give him an ear, but I am. I used to like James Carville, but I got to agree with him when he's right. Pretty good, James, and thank you, Jenna. That guy named Mike, $5. I started the Maggots and TikTok channel last week. 3 episodes in, got my first troll. Triggering them means I must be doing something right. Yeah, when you're over the target, you got to get a lot of flack. Keep it up, Mike. Roger Brandt, $20, very generous. I'll take your Canadian funny money. Free Palestine, hey yeah. Power fist. Thank you, Roger. And Dower Panda, 10 more. Socialism, Dower rocks. Appreciate you. The guy named Mike, $20. I can't believe the tragic irony of the great grandchildren of the Holocaust victims have now become the very Nazi-like evil that they try to eradicate them. Now doing the same to brown indigenous people in their homeland. And it's very depressing, right? You think they could see the irony. You think they would not want to be like that, but I think they've been brainwashed to a level by their own government, their far-right government, that they're too far gone now. Mama Bear, 1389. Dusty, thank you for your Palestinian coverage. You're so brave. I'm heartened to see such a good man like you. Hey, I love you back. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting it. Like, I don't need a pat on the back for doing the basic thing, just being a normal, decent person, but I'll take it. Thank you, Mama. $20 from Janelle. What up, Janelle? Please look after your mental health. You can give a voice for every murdered Palestinian and get your message out without having to watch every horrible video of the dead Trump. But here's the thing, like, you don't know what it is until you click on it. So when I put these shows together, like, as soon as this show's over, I'm going to start working on the next show. I'm going to work all weekend. I'm going to work 20 hours this weekend for the show, at least for the show Monday. And so I'm basically a filter. I'm filtering all this stuff out for you guys. And in order to know what's out there, in order to filter it, I have to look at it. You have to click on it, and then it's a murdered child before you even know what it is. So it's impossible to avoid. So, but like, that is my job, right? That's my job. So I'm going to do my job, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be mentally taxing on me, but I'm going to have to just deal with it however I have to deal with it. I'm going to scream, yell, cuss, cry. But like, somebody has to fucking do it, right? And I guess that someone's got to be me. Thank you, Janelle. Appreciate you. Mike, if we don't hold Biden accountable for Gaza, we are no better than the damn MAGA cult. Yeah, so many Democrats are. We're going to cover some of them in the trash world. I've lost so much respect from Democrats I used to follow on Twitter. I still follow them, but I used to respect them. I no longer respect them because they're cult members. They don't actually give a shit about murdered children. They don't care about progress or being a basic human being. It's very frustrating and disappointing. Shane Weathers, $20. What up, Shane? Good to see you tonight. And more socials from Dower Panda. Woohoo! Thank you, Dower. Appreciate you. Rocket, $40. Woohoo! Very generous Rocket, 6923. Hero. Amazing. Love you, Rocket. And I got to do my New Zealand accent. All right, let's see how bad this is. Politicians who don't give a flying fuck about innocent kids being slaughtered in the schools are the same as politicians who don't care about children being slaughtered in their homeland. What a surprise. Terrible tonight. I've lost it. It was better before. Working on it, though. Thank you, Dave. Good to see you tonight. BBC 10, cut up 10, cut lots of memberships. Better see all of you guys at the after party and give Dower Panda, Jason, BBC, all of them big love. Ray Fuller, $50. Woohoo! Very generous. Been a while. Just cat ching up. Hell yeah. Katana approves. Thank you, Ray Fuller. You rock. And 5 cut lots of memberships from FTW all day, amazing, and 50, count them, 50 from Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Hell yeah, that's what we want to see. Big ups to Mr. Anderson, all of you lucky motherfuckers who got all this socialism tonight. Check the community section of YouTube for the link to the after party tonight. I don't even know what we're going to cover, but we're going to make it fun. So join me, and thank you, Mr. Anderson. Very cool of you, I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody donating tonight. Very generous, you guys have been cool. Please hit the like button. Still got half the show to go, so if you want to get your super chats in, get them in. Going to read all the rest of it at the end of the show, but for now, it's time for... What the fuck? WTF. 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 And first off, on tonight, what's what the fuck? Boom. Meanwhile, in India, do not try this at home, folks. What are you doing? No! Don't put a propane tank on the fire in India. What? I got questions, y'all. Somebody in the comments of Reddit were like, at the bottom of the propane tank, it freezes, and you don't get all of the gas out of it, so you have to warm it up to get the gas. And I'm 100% sure that's not the way you do that. You want to kill everybody? Because that's how you kill everybody. And then, oh, what the fuck? I got to question the choices of song on this video, folks. Okay, if you want to have a litter of children, that's your business. But this song inappropriate. So the words of the song are, she put it on him, made him want to marry her. Put it on him means she fucked him raw, and then she got all her herd of children dancing to this. Let's have a look.
You wanna put a ring on my finger? Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me.
It's right again. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, man, I fuck her every goddamn day. We ain't never not fucking. You know, she got to be sore as shit. 11 kids. That's too much. Too much. Is that a real song? I have no idea, apparently. I didn't write it or nothing. But Catholics, probably. They probably are Catholics. And then, meanwhile, at McDonald's in America.
And she's shitting. She's shitting all on the floor. She's shitting to nobody gonna serve her.
She's shitting
Y'all
at
know
Katana.
we got fucking corona. Look at my camera. Look at the camera, ho. You not gonna look? Now they gonna look. And I'm showing my Facebook. Bitch, you don't even know me. Watch how you give it up.
She didn't wipe. All right, you just nasty. That's uncalled for. Holy God. No, America. What is happening? Meanwhile, you know who I feel bad for? Richard Kind. You know who Richard Kind is? So anyway, apparently they got the new Penguin movie coming out. Penguin TV show. Not even a fucking movie. It's a TV show, I think. Starring Colin Farrell. You know who Colin Farrell is? Handsome ass. Babe, Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell. Remember Colin Farrell, this dude? Hot. Hot as fuck, Colin Farrell, right? They got him in all this fucking makeup. This is him, right? This is him. He's the Penguin now. This is what the Penguin look like. Somebody said 40 years ago there were actors that just looked like this. They just looked like this, but they still got actors that look like that. And his name is Richard Kind. Imagine making a supervillain that's supposed to be ugly and making it look like Richard Kind. Richard Kind seems like such a nice guy. Why you gotta do my boy like that? Fucking penguin. Anyway, what the fuck? And you guys see this one? This went super viral. Apparently they found Jaws at the bottom of the ocean in a submarine.
When she rolls over the... Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a big shark.
My goodness.
Where's my phone? They in the deep water, and they found this mastodon underneath there. I'd be scared as fuck. I'd be worried my whole goddamn submarine's gonna blow like a Titanic.
Thing.
This is a monster.
It is a monster.
She is huge.
And now she's belly side. I can't do anything.
No.
We're armed, but there was a young male that
like
wandered
the man.
away. Okay, she's not here now.
Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah, but I'm not going to shoot her.
Oh
my goodness.
Yeah, that's a big girl.
My goodness.
I don't think you guys should be down there. Oh, that's a big eye.
Amazing.
That is amazing. I don't know, they found some prehistoric
She's
shit.
eat the gun.
She's trying to.
Crazy. And then, speaking of butt puckering, apparently this guy got a death wish. He decided to hook up a hammock underneath an 18-wheeler and drive down the road at 70 miles an hour. This seems like a good life decision. He all proud of himself. I don't know if the truck driver knows he's under there or not, but I guess that's one way to hitch a ride. Yeah, you want to die? Because this is how you die. Got a little thin-ass rope.
Pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, you think? That's why you don't do shit like that. You fucking moron. That rope breaks and then you're roadkill. Gonna be a goddamn stain on the highway. Somebody gonna have to clean you up. He seemed pretty calm about it though. A lot calmer than I'd be. I'd be shitting myself everywhere. Urine running down my leg. It would be pretty. You dumb. You are very dumb. And then, oh, what the fuck? I'll take people who are about to get fired for 1,000, Alex. Apparently this girl was driving a train, and she was texting, and ran into the other train. And yeah, here she is on her phone. You know they're recording you, right? And she's like, hit all the buttons. Hit all the buttons. Nope, that's not how that works. You're not supposed to be on your phone. I'm pretty sure that's against regulations. So, hope that doesn't come out of your check. Bad life decisions. And everybody going to sue you. These people in the back of the train just go to, ouch. Yep, that's a lawsuit. What the fuck? So you should be tried for something, right? That's got to be against the law. That's not just fired and suing. That has to be against the law. Ain't no way. That's like attempted murder or some shit. Dumb. Don't do that. And one more. Oh, what the fuck? Apparently this guy claims that he thought this little kid was a mannequin. I don't know. So, spoiler alert, he walks up and he punches this little kid. I don't know why he did it. I don't know if it's because the kid was wearing something on his head. Is it a Muslim thing? I don't really know. Anyway, he walks up and then he's just like, punch a kid. Now, look, you didn't think that was a mannequin. Mannequins don't walk and move. That kid's clearly walking and moving. And he walks up, just don't punch. What are you doing? And so, then the dad comes over and he's like, I got to whoop your ass a little bit for that. What are you doing? You fucking moron. Walked up and hit my kid. Yeah, dog walked that motherfucker. He'd been a lot more gentle than I would be. Don't know. Seems like you got gel in your future, though, you fucking asshole. What the fuck? And that is my What the Fuck section. Hell yeah. Lived up to the billing tonight. What you guys think about that? Do birds do a good job of cleaning? No. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The fuck? I know. That's the whole segment is the fuck, right? Train stopped a rolling all night long. I know, right? Crash, bang, boom. Jail time. Yep, straight to jail. Not even need a trial. How the fuck do you crash a train? Shh. Very carefully, I suppose. That kid had to come. I know, right? Standing around minding his own damn business. What was he thinking? in the middle of the aisle asking for it. Dude got off easy. Well, we don't know what's going to happen to him yet. Hopefully the worst is yet to come. And Jesus H. Christ, definitely Jeebus. And speaking of Jeebus, religious bullshit, y'all. Everybody sing religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody sing, it's time for religious bullshit. Hadn't done this in a while, so prepare your not a drag queen emoji cons. Kentucky church youth leader and high school teacher Kevin Lentz has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for sending a 9-year-old sexually explicit material and persuading them to create and send multiple sexually explicit videos and images of themselves. 9? Good God. Kevin Lentz, 49, a Faith Lutheran Church youth leader and Henry Clay High School teacher, pled guilty to the production and possession of child sexual abuse materials and has been sentenced to 360 months. Not to be outdone, another Kentucky Catholic school teacher, Jordan Faltz, has been arrested for creating child sexual abuse material by editing his student's face from a yearbook onto child sexual abuse images. Yikes! Holy God. 7th and 8th grade religion teacher at St. Stephen Martyr Catholic School in Louisville has been charged with distributing child sexual abuse material. Definitely, this is the person you want teaching your children, isn't it? Hey, but drag queen story hour, am I right? Okay, groomers, right? Right? It's the trans people. They're the real problem in society. We really care about child abuse. And then, Virginia, evangelical pastor Rodney Locklear has been arrested for abducting and raping a child. 47, pastor of Victory Church has been charged with abduction and intent to defile and aggravate sexual battery of a victim 13 to 14 years old. Here he is. Definitely love them some Jesus, don't they? Go turn your children over to him. Here they are. Kingdom, identity, sonship. Holy and pious. Praise the Lord. And last but not least, our religious bullshit. Have you guys heard about the tunnels that the Jewish supremacists have been digging under New York? Apparently, it's what I hear. So they think they're above the rules, these specific Jewish supremacists, and they don't really care if they get people sick with COVID or not. So they're like, hey, you can't ban us from going to synagogue. We don't obey your rules. God has our back. So they started digging tunnels underneath New York to get to their synagogue. And apparently God is not on their side. So the streets are collapsing in New York. It's bad. It's breaking. 60-foot New York tunnels under Shabbat Synagogue are collapsing. Emergency crews rush to stabilize the situation. I'm sure no one will be held accountable for it, folks. Why would they? They do whatever they want to, I guess. Yeah, Orthodox. Just another crazy cult. Just like all religions. Not to signal Jews out. All religions are bad. All religions are ignorant. All religions are primitive. But Judaism part of that too, right? Same crazy shit, different day. Engineering not on their side. I guess they didn't care. They figured God would help them out. Unfortunately, he doesn't exist, so I couldn't hear Dusty at all. Everybody else hears me just fine, so I think that's just you. And all right, that is my religious bullshit for this week. Hell yeah, we think about that. Religion fucks everything, definitely. Usually takes religion to make good men do evil. But if you do evil, are you really good? Oy vey! I can dig it! You're so punny, little furrow. Cult, yep. All cults. All thinking they're God's chosen people. They have the special God recipe. God, it's bad. God has a bad taste of people, in my opinion. Fucking weirdos. That's it. That's all the religious bullshit. Short and sweet for tonight. But hey, we still got plenty of show to go. Even though we're hour and a half into the show. Get your super chats in, folks. We're going to do a trash world followed by Beyond Parody. One hero, one palate cleanser, and then we're out. So get them in now. But for now, it's time for some trash world. Trash world. Don't fire, don't have this trash world. Everything sucks. All the goddamn time in the trash world. Yeah. And first off, on tonight's trash world, look at this little fucking shit. This little incel. Apparently, he called in over 100 swatting calls. You know what swatting calls is? That's when somebody calls up and says, oh my God, I'm in this building right now at this address. I'm going to kill everybody. So they send the SWAT team in, but he's not actually there. They're just trying to get people killed and hurt. Anyway, he got to go to jail for a long, long time. Talking about some bad life decisions. They're going to try him as an adult. I bet this dude does 20 years minimum. Little fucking shit. So enjoy prison, asshole. Here's the attention you ordered, 4chan loser. And then on the trash world, I love this one. I'm owning this guy. So, showing kids that gay people are people is not sexually focused. True. Just admitting gay people exist is not any more sexually focused than admitting straight people exist. But EXO is like, forcing sexuality on kids is wrong, you pedophile. That's right. Even acknowledging to kids gay people exist is forcing sexuality on them, which makes you a pedophile, which is why I'm sure he has a huge problem with this, right? Right? This is forcing sexuality. It's admitting straight people exist. That's sexual, according to you, right? All this. Look at this pedophilia. You're against it. You're not? You're not. You're just a bigot? Yeah, you're just a fucking bigot, dude. And 126,000 likes for this. You got to love it. We outnumber them heavily, and it's a thing of beauty. Meanwhile, prepare to be shocked, folks. You know who has decided, finally, for once, to start grifting people? Andrew Tate. I can't believe it either, folks. At first, he was all like, I do not endorse shitcoins. I'm not a scammer like every other influencer. I don't need to rob my fans. I do not have anything to do with crypto. You heard it there, folks. The best among us, Andrew Tate, would never, ever, ever do crypto. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Hey, crypto Twitter. If I launch a coin and back it up with 100 million of my own money and never sell, then I'll let university.com members get in early at a discount. And then because I'm the most famous man alive, I'll promote it everywhere. Let you all make money. You have to call me Top G. The G stands for crypto. Every single time you tweet at me, 50K retweets, and it's a deal. Definitely, folks. Absolutely not a rug pull. 0% chance he's going to start this, pump it up, and then cash out and take all the money for himself. He wouldn't do that, would he? But the thing is, they let him be abused. He'll fucking steal all their money and they'll still suck his dick because nothing as pathetic as a fucking conservative. They love being abused. They have a fetish for it. Meanwhile, in Russia, the courts jailed a girl for wearing rainbow earrings, folks. This is why so many conservatives want us to become like Russia. This is why they worship Putin now. Because they want to bring this medieval shit to our country. No freedom whatsoever. No freedom of expression. No freedom of speech. Jail anybody. You don't have to be gay. Rainbow earrings is all it fucking takes. Coming to America soon. At least if Trump gets president again. Meanwhile, in this trash world, no! Not Creed! Carl Weathers died. Remember, he was in Rocky, Apollo Creed. He was in Predator. Happy Gilmore had his hand cut off, had it bit off by a crocodile. No, not Carl Weathers. Let me some Carl Weathers. 76. That was young, Carl. Why you die so early? I'm not really sure how he died, but I'm pretty sure it was Dolph Lundgren. I ain't never trusted that motherfucker. He's like, if he dies, he dies. Well, he died, Dolph. He died. Where were you at? Somebody check in immediately on it. Fuck. Rest in peace, Carl. And then last but not least, on Trash World. Like I said, folks, I renounced my Democrat Party affiliation. And this is one of the reasons. So this is a JoJo from Jersey. This is a very popular Democrat Twitter account. One of the main ones, one of the main Democrat influencers. But I now look at them as child murder accessories. They're accessories to it, folks. They don't hold Joe Biden accountable for anything he's done. All they do is whitewash him. All they do is stick their head in the sand, pretend like it doesn't exist, and continue to shill for these evil child murderers. And it's shit like this that makes me fucking hate them. She's like, put Taylor Swift with E. Jean Carroll, Hillary Clinton. First off, fuck Hillary Clinton. Still trying to shove Hillary Clinton down our throat. Like she is a good representative for our country. Like we should respect her, support her. Fuck that. Rosie O'Donnell. Fuck Rosie O'Donnell. Bette Miller. Fuck Bette Miller. And Stormy Daniels, I don't get the whole Stormy Daniels worship, right? First off, Stormy Daniels fucked Donald Trump, which is gross. Secondly, she could have told us about it, probably helped us prevent a Trump presidency, but instead she took a payoff. Instead of warning us, instead of ratting on him, whistleblowing on him, she took a $150,000 payoff to sell us down the goddamn river. And we're supposed to respect this? Fuck that. I never got that shit. Only one of these people I even have any kind of respect for is Thunberg, Greta Thunberg down there. The rest of them can eat a dick. Fuck the Democratic Party at this point. That is my trash world. What do you think? We like any of those women? We like Hillary Clinton? We like Rosie O'Donnell? Are these good representatives of Democrats for us? This is who we want to associate with? Dolph got his revenge 40 years later. What do you mean got his revenge? He killed him in the movie. He didn't need no revenge. The other way around, I do blame Ivan Drago and his son, who was in one of the new Creed movies. It was Clubber Lane. I pity the fool. Talks about Mr. T. Love me some Mr. T. He the best. I like Taylor Swift. Yeah, I like Taylor Swift and Greta. Those are the only two. The rest of them, not a fan. And all right, move along, folks. My favorite section. Beyond Security. Hell yeah. And first off, guess who's horny on Maine, y'all? Robert Kennedy Jr. is like, wow, you got a nice big butt on you, girl. I want to spank that big booty. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. heart emojis loving this girl's big old butt on his main Twitter account. And who can blame him? She's pretty hot with that big old booty. Nice. Finally maybe like you a little bit, Robert. And then, so this girl went super viral, folks. All she's doing is talking about how hard it is as a young person, a millennial or whatever, to work 40 hours a week. And of course, she got roundly shit upon by conservatives all over social media. Let's watch the video and then I'll talk about it.
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired.
Somebody said, because that's life. First off, middle finger. Life shouldn't have to be about working your life away just to make ends meet. That's brainwashing. You've been told since you're a kid you're supposed to work away in a cubicle your whole fucking life. until you die of a heart attack in your 60s. Fuck that bullshit. We get one life on this earth. Why shouldn't we all work together, combine our resources, and help each other out where we can all live without having to work ourselves to fucking dead just to get by? That's a bullshit mentality for losers and bootlickers. Be better.
I'm so tired that, like, anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to, like, the weekend. And I'm like, I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do on the weekend that ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off.
And it used to not be this bad. Like, you used to could afford a house, 4 years of college on minimum wage. But rent is like doubled in the last 5 years alone. You can't get ahead. And it's not because they're not working hard enough. It's not because they're fucking lazy. It's because the system is designed against you now. The wealth inequality has reached a point where you can't even afford to fucking live like they did just 20, 30 years ago. It's not the fucking same. Don't be a bootlicker. So, of course, speaking of bootlickers, Matt Walsh got to show his ass, be the worst among us. He's like, honestly, boggles my mind that so many people think 40 hours of work a week is a lot. That leaves you at least 5 or 6 waking hours a day during the week to yourself and two full days on the weekend. How much more free time do you really think you should have? All of it, motherfucker. Ridiculous. And this is why it's beyond parody, folks. This is Matt Walsh's job. Literally, dude sits around and watches woke cartoons for a fucking living. Dude's in bad movies that Daily Wire puts out. Yeah, no wonder you don't give a shit about having to work 40 hours a week. You don't do shit. Imagine having a job where you're like a podcaster or something and then bitching about how hard you work. Never mind, I didn't say that. Anyway, next up on Beyond Parody. Oh, yeah. I love it, folks. So, Patrick Ruffini, who is a pollster, married an Iowa girl, author of Party of the People, coming November 2nd from Simon & Schuster, literally wrote a book about it, folks. Want you guys to know this is Republican victory in 2024. Depends on their being able to do this. It depends on them being able to do this picture, this real-life picture that actually has happened. Only, this is AI. The guy's got 3 arms, dude. I've heard of black people having 3 legs, but I think that's talking about something else. But 3 arms is definitely AI, so literally had to make up a picture of black people canvassing for other black people. Republican victory in 2024 depends on their being able to, I guess, make AI pictures and bullshit us. And then I love it when they even start shitting on Lauren Boebert in their own party, folks. So Lauren Boebert gets roasted by one of her GOP colleagues at the WPCF event in Washington. Let's have a look.
If you could, for the speech tonight, if everyone could, please keep their hands above the table. And I know it's date night from some of you, but no inappropriate touching. That includes you, Lauren Boebert. No vaping either.
Oh, snap! Damn, she can't like that, folks. She about to lose her job at her own party, shitting on her. You love to see it. Meanwhile, shamelessness is their superpower, folks. This from the 100% cult Trump with a straight face saying shit like this.
Taylor Swift, Tay-Tay, as they say, she's always been a prominent figure as a singer and songwriter, but lately the establishment media has been obsessed with her and her love life as she dates Kansas City Chiefs football player
talking about right now.
Travis Kelce.
You're doing
and
it.
I'm sure as many of you right now are thinking, who the heck cares? And I'm right there with you.
You're literally
which
talking
is
about it
why
in the
we
show.
avoided all this nonsense. But now you're hearing conservative media raising the alarm that she's a political threat. But just a few months ago, you would hear things like this on a regular basis.
I don't care. I'm just mad we're not doing Taylor Swift. We had a whole
2
segment.
days in a row, no Taylor Swift.
All right, so you hear that? Not enough Taylor Swift. 2 days without Taylor Swift, and they're having withdrawal. Folks, it's not some big government conspiracy, as some people alluded, that built up Taylor Swift.
Right.
It's them, the establishment media. And many conservatives fell into the trap idolizing her. We didn't hear because we know better. Because why build up such an anti-Trump figure even more so?
You're doing it right
but we
now.
hadn't forgotten that Taylor Swift tweeted this about Donald Trump, quoting, "He's well aware that we do not want him as our president. He's chosen to blatantly cheat and put millions of Americans' lives at risk in an effort to hold on to power." That was back in 2020. Does the big corporate media have collective amnesia? Taylor Swift strongly came out in support of Joe Biden, even sharing this image of her baking Biden 2020 cookies. Cool. And the man she's dating, Mr. Pfizer himself, Travis Kelce, not only is he a Pfizer spokesperson, but he's also a Bud Light spokesperson.
Awesome.
2 for 2.
Why do you care?
Remember that? 2 for 2. You know, the beer that conservatives don't drink anymore? And in
Literally,
damage
they're the
control.
Beer of the UFC. It's all chud all the time. Get with the program.
Bud Light tapped Kelce to make this commercial.
For
the sake of ratings. Was asked about it. Biden camp is fantasizing about a Taylor Swift endorsement because a new poll finds that 1 in 5 voters would likely back whatever candidate Taylor Swift endorses.
That is stupid. I do
That's
admit that's
sad,
stupid.
but it's also scary. And that's something Joe Biden desperately needs. Now, there's no proof that Taylor Swift and her media blitz is part of some government conspiracy, but without a doubt, she's a useful idiot in a political warfare. And that poll proves it. Her followers are lemmings who vote not based on issues, but based on who their idol likes.
100%. You're talking about Trump supporters. Oh, my God. Imagine saying that with a straight face. That is exactly what the conservative party's become. That's Republicanism 101. They don't care about the issues. They just like Trump for some reason. And then, folks, on Beyond Parody, Benny Johnson, funded by billionaires, literally gets paid to lie for a living. He put out this video, and I don't even have to tell you this. As soon as I play it, you will instantly know this video is not real, but it does not matter. He says, nothing says Taylor Swift is not a psyop, like every major corporate news show parroting the same talking points about her at once.
Good morning. Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
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 Taylor Swift is not a psyop. Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
We broke the media. We're telling you exactly how we did it this morning on the Benny Show. You lied. You made a fake video and you put it out there like it was real because you're dishonest. You literally get paid to lie for a living. Is that why? Even the Twitter notes called him out. The video contains altered AI audio. Yeah, no shit. And it's not representative of the original clip. We already know. Everybody on the world knows that was terrible. And last but not least, on Beyond Parody, Fox News, folks. Fox News not even trying to get younger viewers. As soon as the old boomers that are watching it right now die off, that's it for the fucking channel. Here is the cutting edge programming Fox News is putting on these days.
I'm Dennis Miller. You want to see my new 3-part series, The Infomercials That Sold Us, do you? A nostalgic look at a time when infomercials ruled the airwaves. You'll also get interviews with all of these stars. But first, you've got to sign up for Fox Nation. Operators? No, they aren't standing by. What is this, 1995? Don't miss the infomercials that sold us. I'm Dennis Miller.
New, fresh Dennis Miller talking about infomercials from the 80s. That's just solid programming right there. That's going to get those kids to watch again. That is my Beyond Parody. You guys going to watch that show? Yeah, babe. It's like that time that Fred Flintstone fell off his dinosaur and then Mr. Whipple sent the toilet paper through the drive-thru. Made just as much sense as every Dennis Miller joke. They have Roseanne Barr. I know, right? How are we going to compete? It's over for us, y'all. It's over. Ted Nugent. His pedophile ass. Looked like AI. Wasn't that bad. No, that can't be real. I wish it weren't. I wish this was just a nightmare we could wake up from, but nope. Nope, it is not. Slap chop. Vince going to beat up a hooker in a hotel room. Massive U trendsetter influencer, John Voight. Yep. Going to put all the kids' asses in seats. No doubt about it. Would it have Vince from ShamWow? You know it. Got arrested for beating up a hooker and then used ShamWow to clean up the blood, I'm pretty sure. The youngest are what, 55? Probably not that young. Those are young whippersnappers. And all right, last chance to get your super chats in, folks. We got to do one. Cut them one hero. Fuck yeah. We could be heroes just for one day. And, only hero I have tonight is the round mound of rebound. Charles Barkley telling the truth about Taylor Swift.
I'll just say, I'm going to look right in that camera. If you're screaming at Taylor Swift saying she ruined her, you're just a loser. You're just a loser or a jackass. You can be A or B.
One of the two.
One of the two.
You know what? When it comes to the Super Bowl, where a lot of people who don't watch football all year long double the audience, even of the conference championship games, part of that is the halftime entertainment.
Yes.
A huge part of it is the commercials.
Yes.
So for people all of a sudden, because they don't like something about Taylor Swift, either they don't like the Chiefs or they've inferred that Taylor Swift might not be a Trumper, then they're annoyed by Taylor Swift. I can guarantee you that all this news on Fox News would not be happening if she was wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
They would love it.
Oh, but look at all the new people she's brought to the
100%.
NFL. You see young teen girls who are now watching football.
And it's hard
For
to
the first
imagine
time.
the Super Bowl could have a larger rating, but in a small...
I know. I'm going to watch Super Bowl, y'all. I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. I just want to watch it for some reason now, just to see people freak out about it. And I'm actually rooting for Kansas City for some reason. I don't know why I shouldn't, but I am.
Small percentage, it may even up that. And in terms of merchandise sales, the Travis Kelce jerseys and all the rest, and the attention to regular season games, the NFL reigns supreme not only over sports, but over all of American entertainment. In a fractionalized universe, it's the only thing that consistently aggregates huge audiences. Like 90 of the top 100 rated television shows in a given year are football games, almost all of them NFL games. And so you would think they couldn't improve on that, but now they've tapped into another demographic.
Yeah, more money, more money. Obviously, they're going to jump all over it. And if you care, it's because you're a loser. And thank you, Charles Barkley. And all right, I got one palate cleanser. Let's end the show with a cute-ass dog, shall we? Look at this little cute motherfucker. He's like, I don't need nobody to play with. I'm my own best friend. I know how gravity works. Like, ooh, so much fun. Yay. Yay. I don't need any of you motherfuckers. Get out of the way. You're all in my way. Dude on his phone. How you on your phone not paying attention to that little cute son of a bitch in front of you? This generation is doomed. Don't kick that ball. That asshole keeps kicking that dog's ball. Fuck you, asshole. Leave that dog alone. Oh, look, he got on the side. He figured it out. He's so smart. Yeah, cute. Oh, my God. Just want to hug him to death. And all right, folks, that's my show. Hey, no kitty party tonight. I still didn't go to the UPS store and get the treats that BBC sent me. But tomorrow, I'm definitely going to do that. That's on my itinerary. So next show, kitty party, definitely. But let's read the super chats. And I saw Pit Hajik, $20, very generous. Now I'm starting to think maybe Hamas didn't build those tunnels in Gaza. Free Palestine, yay, Dusty. They built some of them. Some of them were built by Israel. Some of them were built by Hamas. But probably the Hasidic Jews trying to get to temple or something. Wouldn't put it past them. Thanks for the mission. Love you, Dusty. Love you, Bob. Good to see you tonight. Dave, this one's just for all Dusty Kiwi action fans. Ready, Dusty? Yeah, nah. The flesh of Chups, a mean-ass churro, my bro. Nailed it. Nailed it. It was like Tahiki Watiti is in the room with us. And I also nailed his name. Last episode, you mentioned your old roommate, Jeff, keeps trolling. Are you guys still friends? Yeah, we're still friends. I was just like, I don't care for that. I think that's a rude thing to do, but like, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just, he just tried to talk shit and have fun in his own way, right? And people don't like that because no one likes trolling and shit. It's kind of, in my opinion, a little bit immature, but like, it's all good. It's not that big of a deal. He was actually over here today. We're probably going to go watch the Super Bowl together. So I'm not one to hold grudges too much. Not that that's something that's even worth holding a grudge over. And all right, I think that's all of them. I did it. Boom. Anything pop up? Hey, just because I'll be back your right way after you show up in AZ. What? I got to go to AZ first? But you have family here. It's way easier for you to come down here, and I have an animal sanctuary. It's hard for me to go anywhere. God damn it, BBC. All right, fine. I'll have to make my way up to AZ eventually. Maybe me and E could take the magic bus up there sometime. Let's go Niners. Also, fuck the Chuds. Hell yeah. I don't care if the Niners win. It'd be all good. For the gays, either Tay-Tay win or the gay wins. It's a win-win situation all the way around. I think we can all agree. And all right, folks, hit the like button, please. Leave comments if you're watching it on a repeat. Subscribe, tell your friends, all the things. And please become a patron. Link in the description of this video. Please hit me my Patreon up. If you watch like 3 shows a week of mine, chip in $1 or $2, please. Thank you. And all right, folks, we're going to go to the after party. I got to admit, I don't have much of an after party tonight. So if you got questions, comments, videos you want to watch, send them to me. Okay? It took me a long time to get the show together tonight, so I kind of, I'm going to phone the after party in a little bit tonight. I apologize in advance. But still, it's you and me hanging out together. Small, intimate, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun, I promise. So after party right now for all of you patrons, all of you Dust Buddies. The rest of you, I will see you on Monday. It's only a weekend away. Have a good weekend out there. I love the shit out of you guys. I'll see you soon. As always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes. And let's play The River, an original song by Dusty Smith to play us out with. Good night, everybody. I'm going to wing it. It'll be fun. On the top of my head. That's what I do, baby. No, don't post the links, please. No links. If you want to be at the after party, go sign up for our Patreon. That's what it's there for. Love you, Jenny Roots, Make You Evil, all the great mods, Ivy Evans. Appreciate you guys. Apparently BBC is an AZ, yes. Appreciate you, Slice of John. I'm also with Tay-Tay. It's just fun to say, it rolls off the tongue. Appreciate you, Vic. Loaded cast for the win, hell yeah. AI to make music. I can just make it on the iPad. See ya. You guys have a good weekend out there. Love you, Borsey ass. Love you, little old man. My cunt. John Bliss. This weekend. I got the MAGA. Although he's like 90, so how good can his moves be? I would never denounce AI. You guys are going to have a very annoying future. It's going to be everywhere. Although AI has gotten really shit, to be honest with you. I canceled my ChatGPT membership because it just won't even surf the internet anymore. I downgraded my Midjourney membership because you can't even type anything anymore. You can't type like fat MAGA anymore. You can't make fun of fat Trump supporters. You can't even type in sad Joe Biden. You can't make any picture of anything anymore. Midjourney's completely fucked now. They took all the tools away. It sucks. Anyway, switch over now. Thank you, MJ. Good to see you. Jason Ashby. Fuck yeah.